A legend on our channel is back.
Big boy line, which that's the line I always take.
We show a North Carolina rock crawler what a really hard trail actually looks like.
Insane. I can't capture how big that is. It's just insane. What they do out here, it is crazy.
Things get a little tippy.
Oh my God. Oh, no.
Oh my God.
And I break down in the worst spot ever.
I'm sorry, buddy. What's going on?
There is someone that's gonna be here that if you follow the channel, you'll remember him. If you're new here, you'll have no idea who he is, as he's been out way too busy doing some seriously rad stuff. And if you don't know what he does, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop some footage right here.
Big fluid swings from Forrest Wang, has a cult-like following from his fans. Big angle there, nice job by Forrest Wang. Look at that counter steer, the chrome wheels just blinging out. The second outside zone, look at that, digs deep. Now coming out of the keyhole. Let's see how it executes on this final inside clip. Brian Forrest Wang has re-entered the chat room here in Atlanta. Bonkin Jr., your #1 qualifier. Forrest Wang right behind him. Odie Bachus, Diego Higa in the...
Now that you've seen where he's been, he's just pulling in. We're about to get rowdy, and I'm super stoked to get back on the trail with this guy. He's gonna finish out that race season and do great things, and then he'll be back on the channel to wheel, so. Woo!
What you doing?
Things I should have done before I came out wheeling. Tightening my ram cap.
Did you bring that hammer or did you pick it up on the way?
No, this was conveniently here for me.
Wow.
So it's just not me. I mean, I'm telling you, you guys probably think that we have it dialed because we got some pretty sick rigs and we do a lot of wheeling, but trust me, we're not perfect. We're always in the staging area. Come in here on the trailer, we're doing last minute like maintenance stuff, which we should have done earlier, but we're rock crawlers, man. It's kind of the rock crawler lifestyle. Do it when you can, fix it when it's broke. Maintenance when you think about it, and we usually think about it right when we're about to wheel. And they're calling this a super balloon. And you know what? I kind of starting to believe it. This wildflower stuff is crazy.
Yeah, so we were just pulling up to the gatekeeper of this trail and see if I can get it right there. On this rock was a bobcat. So we may or may not see a bobcat. But good news is this gatekeeper is completely dry.
Coming straight from last weekend getting sideways in Formula Drift racing to this weekend going straight up vertical rocks. Forrest is known as the style king in drift car racing, and let me tell you, the smooth style transfers right on over to rock crawling. He's one of those drivers that pushes you to be a better driver just by being around him. This gatekeeper is a freaking gnarly one. Good thing, because the rest of this trail is even gnarlier. Let's break down how to get through this really rough, sharp, and uneven crack. As you come into this gatekeeper, you're at an angle, so you want to focus on getting into it and getting lined up properly. Once I got my front up, I do a front dig to help me line up the front tires. As you continue up, you really want to get your rear tires to follow close to the same line as your fronts. With all four spinning, I could not get the rears to climb that passenger wall. So I used a rear dig and held the brakes, holding the car in place so it forces the rear axle to grab traction on that wall. Once you're close lined up, you want to work the crack, making small adjustments with your front and rear steering, feeling for traction all the way to the top. Here's a look at the topside as Wild Bill and his red dot buggy tackle the gatekeeper. You can really see how thin the line is, and if you're off by just a hair, it can throw you or deny you on this line. Bill makes a quick adjustment and crawls right through.
You guys look awfully snug.
You better like who you're riding with in this thing.
About 3 or 4 buggy lengths up from the gatekeeper, we have another waterfall. A little bit smaller and no crack. I pay close attention because all too many times I make it up a sick line, and then the one right after it that's not as big makes me look like a newbie because I didn't give it the respect I should have. But this time I managed to remember and respect my way through it.
A couple of handsome off-road guys. Lucky you for stepping up to this rig.
Whoa. Mister has a flower buried in his beard.
It's part of the handsome. Makes sense, right?
Dude, it was like this.
It's not even an obstacle.
In my opinion, whoever's leading the trail really has it the hardest because they have to go through these trails and they have no reference as to how to get through an obstacle. So the first guy always has to figure it out or figure out what the new line is, considering our washes are always changing. And the next guy gets to benefit from all of the knowledge he just gained from the first guy. What are your thoughts?
Thoughts are, will you get my helmet?
That was a good thought right there.
Hey man, you know the drill. If you're feeling sketchy, put a helmet on. Why not?
So what is your line here?
My line is I gotta go through the bottom without sinking the front too bad. And then once it's in the bottom, you just gotta work it up to where it'll climb the wall. And then just try to find traction, which is really hard because there's not a lot with that much water.
We're gonna play a game. The game is don't get wet. Why is it so deep? You just drove out of it.
It's uncomfortable. I've never seen it that Now it's in the soft cooler getting all swampy. Dang, Bronson, ruined my lunch.
I've learned out here that they use the sidewall like I've never seen before, and they will just wedge the tire into the crack. That's what I learned from wheeling with wrecked gear. You want to tell everybody what's going on? Why are you standing in a hole?
I've got my relays located under the engine bay, and as I was working this angle, they just got hot. My ignition said nope, and it's probably the worst place I could have had a nope ignition.
What's all that over there?
Oh, that's a bunch of media stuff, so that's
a bunch of
the
money.
cost of wheeling today.
Including my lunch.
Your lunch looks pretty safe
You
still.
want to grab that out of there too?
All right, so we melted a relay and had to remove the dash, swap it with another one. Was not the most conducive position.
Due to my relay having issues and only having one spare relay that's been rolling around in my spare parts bag, I decided not to chance it and hope that my spare relay gets me through the rest of the trail. Wild Bill, on the other hand, jumps right in. This obstacle's tough when it's dry. When you add water that goes 6 to 12 inches over a 43-inch tire, it becomes super sketch. You really have to wheel by braille while you're in the water and really focus on getting the front tires wedged in that crack to grab traction and pull you over.
There you go. Turn back toward me a little bit. That's it. Whoa! Front suck down winch. There you go. That was awesome, man. Good job.
So we've had some drama here on the trail, but we're back up and running because them boys put their mechanic skills to work.
Yeah, the left line's the easy line. Trying to go for the big boy line, which that's like the line I always take, but this bottom shelf is super dug out. I almost...
Going up the left and finishing left is the easier of the lines. Starting left and crab walking across the face, finishing at the right is the most technical line. The line Bill is on is questionably harder than the technical line just because you have to get the tires hot and search for the traction, and once it grabs, he has to be ready to slow it down or it can get rowdy and buck him backwards.
So there you have it. The red dot Wild Bill is our superstar for today's trail. Say something nice about Bill in the comments.
Forrest is taking the technical hard line. The key to this obstacle is getting high enough to where your rear tires stay on top of the first step. Then you have to crab walk all the way across the face of the obstacle and get lined up with the right side to exit.
Insane. I mean, I can't capture how big that is. It's just insane. This is how big it is. I mean, it's 14 feet, 15 feet.
I follow Forrest and take the technical hard line. As I get lined up, I get a little sideways, so I have to use my rear dig to line my back end back up. Then I crab walk the face of the obstacle. If you don't know what crab walking is, it's what us rear steer crawlers call it when we turn our front and rear tires in the same direction, allowing us to drive sideways just like a crab. Hence the name crab walk. Rule number 1, never pass an opportunity to pass your friend on the trail.
Damn bald tires. So do I. At least there's a red label. I hear those are the best.
Rule number 2, never get passed by your friend on the trail. Forrest wins this time, but I'll be coming for him on the next opportunity.
If you go on the left line, there's barely even any water.
If you haven't noticed, Bill is on a roll today, just slaying anything and everything. The more we go down the trail, the more he's wanting to push. Something is bound to happen.
Oh
Oh my god, oh my god. Stop it. Stop it.
my god. Oh no, 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 no. Oh my god, that rig is so stable. Oh no. Rear only, rear only. God. That's about as wild as you get.
I have no idea how Wild Bill didn't roll backwards on that 50-foot drop. If I didn't know any better, I would say it must have been an anti-gravity section on the trail.
Woo! My ear is burning. Wearing my hat like a thug, trying to keep my ear out of the sun. But I am a thug.
That's it. There is no way two rigs could be that far over their tipping point without rolling backwards. There's 100% 50-yard section of this trail that has zero gravity.
You might look at those tires and think, oh, they're bald, he should get some more tires. And maybe has to fight a little bit harder, only a little bit. But once they make some rotations and get warm, they hook. Well, that's it for officially the most insane wheeling I have done in my travels so far. What they do out here is pretty freaking insane. It is crazy.
All right, guys, that's it for us today. We went and hit an awesome trail. We had a blast. Forrest came with us, and if you guys want to see what Forrest is up to when he's not with us, go check him out on Formula D. He has been kicking butt. He's back in the Pro Series. So go watch that stuff and root him on.
Sponsored in part by BFGoodrich Tires, Warren Industries, KC HiLites, and AXEL Off-Road Helmets. Best way to support this channel is give that subscribe button a little skiddly do, diddle that notification bell, give this video the fat finger, and leave a dirty little comment. Thanks for watching.